Have you ever noticed that the people who demand the least attention often receive the most respect? Not because they are louder, not because they are richer, not because they are feared, but because somewhere along the way they quietly decided that their respect was no longer negotiable. I am Goswami, psychologist and best-selling author. Let me share today why people don't respect you until you set boundaries. So stay tuned and let us learn. Imagine a beautiful house with no doors. Anyone can walk in, anyone can leave a mess, anyone can take what they want. Now imagine your life. Many people live exactly like that, not because they are weak, but because they mistake kindness for unlimited access. They answer every call immediately. They say yes even when their heart whispers no. They apologize for protecting their own peace. Slowly, something invisible begins to disappear. Not their talent, not their intelligence, their value. Human psychology teaches us something uncomfortable. People often don't respect what is endlessly available. We naturally assign greater value to what has clear limits. Your time, your attention, your emotional energy, these are not endless resources. Every unnecessary yes quietly becomes a no to yourself. And over time, you begin wondering why everyone else's priorities seem more important than your own. Perhaps the real problem was never that people ignored your boundaries. Perhaps they never knew they existed. One of the hardest words in any language has only two letters: no. Not because it is difficult to pronounce, because it forces us to confront our deepest fear, the fear of disappointing others. Many people stay trapped inside unhealthy relationships, exhausting friendships, and unfair workplaces simply because they believe peace comes from silence. But silence without dignity is not peace, it is permission. Real boundaries are not walls built to keep people out. They are doors that remind people to knock. There is a profound difference. Notice the people whose words carry weight. They rarely over explain. They don't argue with every criticism. They don't rush to defend every decision. Sometimes silence says more than 1,000 perfectly crafted sentences. Because confidence doesn't always speak. Often it simply stands still. The strongest people are not emotionally cold. They simply refuse to let someone else hold the remote control to their emotions. If another person's opinion instantly changes your mood, if one harsh comment destroys your confidence, if every compliment determines your happiness, then someone else is quietly living your life for you. Freedom begins the moment your emotional thermostat belongs to you, not to the crowd. One day, you will realize something that changes everything. The people who walked away because you finally respected yourself were never staying because they respected you. They were staying because you never challenged their comfort. That realization hurts, but it also heals because the relationship worth keeping don't disappear when you create healthy boundaries. They become stronger. The ones built only on your sacrifice quietly fade away. And perhaps that is not a loss. Perhaps that is clarity. The greatest form of self-love is not saying, I matter more than everyone else. It is quietly saying, I matter too. Life is constantly teaching people how to treat you, not through your words, but through your standards. Every time you protect your time, honor your values, and refuse to betray yourself for temporary approval, you write a silent introduction before you ever speak. Remember this: the world doesn't discover your worth by accident, it learns it from boundaries you choose to protect. And sometimes the quietest boundary becomes the loudest declaration of who you truly are. Remember, my friends, every unnecessary yes quietly becomes a no to yourself. Boundaries are not walls, they are doors that remind people to knock. Silence without dignity is not peace, it is permission. The world learns your value from the standards you refuse to lower. And lastly, the greatest act of self respect is realizing that I matter too. Thank you very much. Have a great day.